All right, my name is Robert Hidajat. I'm going to talk about how you can take your idea and turn it into startup in 54 hours through Startup Weekend. Before we get started, this would never happen if I'm not on Twitter. So if you're not on Twitter, you should get on Twitter, all right? So everything started with a tweet. I saw this tweet from Silicon Prairie News. If any of you have any entrepreneurship in mind, you should read Silicon Prairie News daily and follow them on Twitter. So I saw this tweet, and naturally, I retweeted it to a couple of my friends. We've been kicking around some ideas, and I thought this might be a good time to maybe to get it started. So I sent them, is this maybe a chance to get Lady Capital started, which is a whole other project. And like magic, the next day from Twitter, I get another tweet from Phil that says, hey, Dwolla is giving away free tickets to Startup Weekend. Of course, I'm on it right away. I emailed my friend Ben, who's the founder and CEO of Dwolla, who I also met on Twitter, by the way, and say, Ben, please hook me up. He took care of me, free tickets, so I'm on it. So Ben, if you guys don't know, is a founder of a startup called Dwolla. So if you guys don't know what it is, it's basically like PayPal without the V's. If you guys are not on it, you should create an account and follow Ben and get to know him. All right. So fast forward 5 weeks. This is one day before Startup Weekend. I finally have to come up with an idea that I should pitch. So it's time to, So I decided on an idea and kind of thinking about it. So right after work on Friday, I went to Startup Weekend. There were about 80 people there of all ages, and met with some good people, listened to some great talks, and everybody got 60 seconds to pitch their idea. So my idea is this. I want to create a game that tracks and rewards people for doing good things in the community. Every time they do good things in the community, I want to give them hero points. And I also want to develop a platform for businesses to be able to reward local heroes with discounts, freebies, whatever you can think of. Of course, when I did my 1-minute pitch, it was not that smooth. So Shane actually cut me off. I kind of fumbled through my pitch. So there were about 30 pitches. So I said, oh, well, I named my idea Unleash Heroes, let the audience vote, and see how it goes. So out of 30 pitches, there are about top 15 ideas based on the votes, and I'm glad that we're in it. So, and then we start getting into groups, and there are 10 groups that were formed. My group is this kind of ragtag band of misfits. We have 8 people on the team. Business people, check. Developer, coders, check. Designers, unfortunately, not check. Designers are a rare breed during this event. So if you're a designer and you want to feel like a rock star, have people fight over you, you should come to Startup Weekend, all right? So then we go straight to work. Basically, since we don't have a designer, I say, forget about logo, naming, Unleash Heroes is it. Let's work on other stuff. So we work on refining the idea, working on an email capture site, get a Twitter account set up, put together a blog. And then Saturday is really our full day of work. We start at 9 a.m. sharp. Basically, we do online surveys, we do offline surveys, we start thinking about business models, we put the website, everything up and running. And we also, throughout the weekend, have a bunch of mentors. So CEOs, lawyers, investment bankers, anybody you can think of. If you have any questions about startup, you can ask them for free throughout the weekend. So we ended the day at 2 a.m. usually every day. Of course, some people actually, there's this one guy that actually sleep over, so kind of overachiever here, this guy, part of that guy's team. So yeah, I'm naming names, sorry. All right, so Sunday, finally, it's the final day. We have to work on our final pitches. Everybody, our development team is already know what kind of stuff they need to work on for the prototypes. So I'm working on my final pitch. 5 minutes, starts at 5 p.m. sharp. So we decided to go through 2 use cases for the product, kind of 2 ways how we can make money, throw in a little kind of Superman change, costume change effect a little bit, and also did some audience participation to get them to participate, and we gave away a tablet, which is a classic red Etch-a-Sketch. All right? And we won. So we won the competition. We won all kinds of free stuff. You can't see it, but I was so excited. So I drive home. I didn't look at my fuel gauge. I ran out of gas. Right outside of Dayton, I have to walk 1.5 miles to the gas station, then get a ride from the police officer to get back. So where are we now? We're launching private beta as a new company called Be Heroic at the Kirkwood Lounge together with the Des Moines Social Club. So if you're going to be there, May 6th, 5:30, come on, and we'll be giving away free t-shirts and stuff. And Startup Weekend is coming back to Des Moines in October. So if you guys have an idea, come to Startup Weekend, and you may turn your ideas into a startup in 54 hours. That's it. All right.